Alright, let's go. Some Devourer today. Something real simple. So, Selene DPS. Normally I do run an AoE DPS to help try a stealth today. We have her invested now.
This is the way. Let's go.
Up. Who's mana reduction, anti-heal, applied easily to enemies, an amp. When she poisons everyone, poison is on attack, so it actually does get triggered by the infernal whip. That actually makes several spray. You take the defensive side just for survivability, just to make sure we don't. I'd prefer the runs to be consistent for higher damage. And then start her up. And we are taking otherworldly fragments right now. I am trying to get my otherworldly started up, so taken from Devourer lately. Normally I take UT frags, so farming a little lately. I would say that Selene's not really the best farmer here. She does good damage on the boss, but her wave clear's not particularly great. Really high invested for her to really be effective. Mine has the investment for it though. It's still not great. Like I've seen lower invested other characters. Urza, Cecilia, Dark Lord Cassell's, Jace. It's dwarf my damage output. Yeah, Selene's S3 always fires towards the closest enemy physically to her. So it's usually hitting one of the enemies on the wing so it doesn't hit all the enemies. And the AoE radius on the S3 itself is fairly narrow. A frequent soul weapon does help though, helps her damage output. Good S3 towards this guy. Actually should hit a couple. Yeah. You can see like every wave we kind of go over the 20 seconds so buffs wear off. Ideally you want to kill in under that 20-second time. but it's fine. It's not a detriment. It hit about 3 billion clearing through the monster wave, which is sufficient, but not great. Boss, on the other hand, this is interesting. Get that mana empty. Or we'll never get the mana empty to get the big damage in. $7.5 billion. We'll see if we can get the mana emptied next time. It's all random though, so one thing.
Mission accomplished! Great job once again! was an easy battle.
Yeah, my Selene's pretty well invested. She's got full TM. She's A220. Still not the best clear speed for this, but I mean, it worked. So. We'll switch the comp a little bit. I don't think Estelle's bad, she just doesn't help with the monster clear. Pretty sure her buffs just get dispelled by Totem. At least getting dispelled off Selene, of course it matters that they're on. And normally I run Artemia as the as secondary DPS because she actually clears waves pretty well, even if she's low investment.
I hope I was helpful.
Yeah, and this with range deals increased damage buff.
I'll show you the path to the light.
That Artemia S1 does quite a bit of damage, AoE, especially when it gets the bigger waves.
How foolish, walking towards your death. Fall before me. Death to those who intervene. Fall before me. There is no mind, darkness.
That was an easy battle.
I don't know who you heard that from, but Shay is actually really good here. They, her AI, she'll actually spin all three of her songs, so like they're always up, even if she like gets full auto. So you don't have any gaps. The toughness buff is really solid. Her attack buffs are, of course, really good. The 20% non-hero that she has on her S1 perk, I believe it's S1 Dark, is actually really strong. Just 20% non-hero damage, huge buff. And then the mana gain that she gives the party, solid. So I don't know who you heard that from, but no, Shay is good in Devourer, as far as I'm concerned. There might be some comps that maybe push her out for other characters, but like I've always used Shea, uh, even before she got her buffs. I always used her. Found her really solid here.
Use a blessing.
How foolish. Walking towards your death. Fall before me. Death to those who intervene. The embrace by my darkness. Fall before me. Death to those who intervene. There is no end.
Go forth without doubt.
Yeah, the toughness buff from her S1, as well as the non-hero damage boost, just makes her really, especially if you're having trouble on the boss. Clearing the minion weights, but struggling with the boss, then Shay is really good, because the toughness buff just extends the duration of shield. It just makes the Fallen Freight shield way more durable, takes less damage. Boss is less likely to get through your. If they do, Shea actually does a ton of AoE. Everyone topped off. She's a solid pick all around. I know she fell out of meta for a bit until she got her buffs, but like a lot of people jumped ship and the unique weapon transfer to get rid of her. I kept her. I had faith and still used her for stuff. Like Devourer was one of the contents or World Boss 2. She was still performing well, so never felt inclined to get rid of her like other players. I understand why some people. She was in such a bad spot that no one.
your death. Death to those who intervene. Fall before me. Death to those who intervene. Fall before me. Fall before me. There is no end.
Whew. I hope I was helpful. Welcome to May's General Store. We have good.
Always checking some May shop. Just got a couple matches League of Victory, I think. Break for March, so.
Welcome to the arena shop. Just got some good items.
I just try to maintain Masters 5. Challenger is too much work.
May your life
Main reason I run Cass and just because Dark Lord Cassell is such a threat to Tanya, I have to silence. Tanya's A220 now. He's basically done. There's some like reforging I could do on her her Dark Legion, or not Dark, her TM gear. That's about it. Quite strong. So, really happy with that.
Right as a flower. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's the other perk to running Cassandra. I get these bots and Cassandra just one-shots them. That's nice.
In the end, I
NA server, I just have to stay like 5. So don't have to try too hard. Usually only a couple matches. Remember when I was getting Challenger a year ago? I have to be like going like every single ticket. Say, I'd use 10 tickets before going to sleep. Wake up and then right in the morning. A couple hours later, do 10. A couple hours later, another 10.
To the depths of despair. The tower. Right as a flower. I will stand up again, no matter what.
Probably get 6,500. Yeah, I think for Masters, 800 or so at the end.
I can't fall
Roughly.
yet.
It varies a little bit. Yeah, 6,500 up there. Yeah, I already did the shack run. I only had like 7 tickets, so too long. Oh yeah, before the stream started, I did Awakening something something. So we now have a 5-star more. Oh no, I'm gonna have take a break and like
What brought you here?
I might do leave. Yeah, I'm just going in Diamond 2 right now. Diamond for first week is pretty good. 50, I think. Insignia. I don't know if I can climb the Masters the first time to. I will get into Masters. Then Masters. Last 7 or so seasons. Oriented heroes. For NA, I was 156. 7. Season 12. 11. 1959. Season 9. Still in Masters then, too. 2100 Masters there as well. I was actually in the top 100 season 10 NA. Not the biggest fan of PvP. I just want honestly.
This is the arena shop. You can exchange
Right.
your
Especially
products
now,
for
like with
some
the updated arena shop, like doing these the protection of the God King. Budgeted out, I figured get both the normal artifact tickets every season with those. I have Morphing done, I can start putting those towards like just making as many SSWs as possible, Soul Spring Waters. Make characters super aids with Soul Spring Water. My Galgoria team? Yeah. Yeah, I can show. Normally farm stage 7. Run Loman. Fairly tanky. A lot of people say Shakma, but I prefer Loman still. Like, he has more CC, and then he's also got really consistent attack down. Yeah, lowers enemies' attack by 20%. You have the S4 light perk. It's pretty much 100% uptime. Hard for it not to be up. Yeah, don't even need perks. We just go tank with just by himself. Isolot for support. Support perks. Take the S1 Dark, just she always has the Ignite on, so that way she's always stacking her do buff effects, the M defensing. Attack increase and then M defense increase that also lowers the enemy's Fallen Fray, full Ascalon, it's got attack aura, gives her a bigger shield, gives her attack. Run Abyssal Breath on her specifically, so that way it targets actually targets Selene and Crow. Yeah, fairly tanky. We run Feather of Sacrifice just for amp. Yeah, her S1 light does give amp, but the problem is so her S1 has a 7-second cooldown and inflicts ignite for 7 seconds. But the thing is, if she casts that and then goes to cast a different skill, like there's times where like there'll be a delay where she'll cast the ignite and it's like the other skill's like 8 seconds off from coming on cooldown, and she'll end up casting the other skill while the ignite wears off, so then it doesn't get the extra effect. Yeah, when the additional effect when the ignite. There's times she'll cast Blazing Storm and it's like the green storm, not the red firestorm. Actually stacking the anti. So just for consistency, I say you actually run that perk. Amp, I'm not too worried about. Like Loman puts quite a bit of amp already. We're running Feather of Sacrifice. Tanya, I do run the Orb of Contract on her because 2 of her pieces have minus defense, and she's up in the front, and assassins already don't have high M defense, so she gets killed otherwise. So I put Orb of Contract on her just to keep her alive. Perks are run. Technically, you could drop something for anti-heal if you wanted, but I don't think it's necessary. Anti-heal in the comp. And Tanya herself, her S1, she gives 3% amp, so. Pro, this is just my Kara set. 325.95s and then plus attack minus. I run the hybrid animals safe because Just because he's what I have invested for us. My three complete physical DPS are Selene, Tanya, and Crow. Like everyone else I have is magic. Rebel Klaus isn't ready yet, so I still working on gear from. He's not A2 yet. This role is more for PvP, not for PvP. So I'm trying to figure out something to. Thinking of soul transferring it and then build him up weapon. Still in state of indecision. And Selene, Infernal Gate, because that's over. And we just have Mortal on her.
That was an easy battle.
Yeah, Crow's he's I don't think he's inherently bad, it's just his really jive with any fight. It's cool as hell back in the day when, you know, blowing up CR bosses in a single shot was cool. Now nobody cares. At the rock. With much less setup. Oh. Now that I haven't invested Cell, I need to farming Siegfried. Run Taily with pocket watches uptime. 1 block remove. Go with anti-penetration perk. I don't have crit perk. Means capped on. Selene's gear is actually built around Eclipse of 4 light. Gains 200 crit from her 4 light. Actually needs. Demi is really good for like budget, like when you're going through like the first couple levels. But yeah, like Taily's generally better. Klaus is probably the better tank overall, but then you have to run Nikki for the P block. Klaus is like really good. I'd say Klaus is better. Demi is still not bad. I mean, the fact that she gets a pretty decent amount of P block to the whole, pretty big. Demi just has like all that stuff built, flat defense, flat P. The thing is that Klaus just gives more block, gives P tough, and you can perk the block. I think Klaus is actually the better one. Demia is suffering. Though another YouTuber did find a interesting use for Demia in Arctim Raid X. Her S2 will proc over and over and actually shred stacks during the physical boss's Beyblade attack. Yeah, I still run Selene for most things just because she's so well invested and set up. It's like, unless I have a character that's like equally set up, it's hard for them to out damage my Selene. Like, she's still just overall a really good generalist. Just doesn't do her own trial. Goodness, how'd that happen? What? So confused. Actually, super good. Put May back in. Comparison. Yeah, Chase is really strong in like almost every PvP. The other thing that really hurt Selene was Estelle being released, because you can't run Estelle and Selene in the same comp, stage 7 through 9 on TM raids. So if you want to do the higher stages, you can't run Selene and Estelle. And Estelle's buffs are just way too good. Right? It's kind of ridiculous how good she is.
I'll become the richest girl in Orbelia.
Oh, that's why Juno. Oh, because I didn't switch it. Okay. Again. And because of that iOS update, description mentioned May and Nikki getting buffs, we might actually see May and Nikki buffs soon. I didn't think May's necessarily a bad hero. Yeah, she's lost some meta stuff, but it's just the weird thing with NPC heroes. I think Vespa needs to lighten up on NPC heroes being harder to get, because that's what people use as justification for A2s being too. Like, oh, well, they're NPC heroes, they're harder to invest, therefore they should be better. If you keep making them better than everybody else, then pretty much are forced to build them over other heroes. So it's a catch-22. Like, and then if they power creep an NPC hero, then they have to buff the NPC because they're supposed to be better because they're harder to. Oh, glad he does not need buffs. That is insane. That is like one of the strongest like DPSs in like most of the content right now. An actual built Glad, he can just pretty much be pretty much anywhere. You can use them in all 3 TM raids as a main DPS or even as a sub DPS. You can use he's actually okay-ish in arena. He gets obscene amounts of defense thanks to soul weapons, giving him so much attack with his 5 dark. Because like a 2 million attack laddie, like in battle, if you have 2 million attack, you also have 160,000 defense of both physical and magic. And his S2 lets him dodge like multiple magic hits, so any high hit count magic stuff he just dodges like Yeah, anyone that tries to tell you like glad he needs buffs, I think they're out of their mind. Got pretty decent scaling. He brings his own amp. Uh, has defense ignore on two of his abilities, his S4 and his S3. Yeah, if target's boss, this attack ignores target's defense. Yeah, this is a 2-star Gladiator, but this is also a Gladiator that's like built in defensive. Like he can just sustain himself just with the defense ignore procs and lifesteal. He can heal himself. Like he actually doesn't need any heals from May to survive. Yeah, 350 crit damage from his unique weapon, so like you don't have to build any crit damage on him. You just build all attack, which means he just gets even more defense. Yeah. I don't think Glady needs buffs.
Time to reorganize the supplies.
So like, I mean, Nikki, there's definitely she needs some buff. PvE side is pretty useful. She has some niche use, kind of alternative strategies. I mean, they might be, but pair the two directly. Like running Taily Gao versus Klaus Nikki and see to see how they compare to each other. Have them all equally invested. See how the two fights match up. Juno's still a good healer. Her PvE side has definitely suffered. Like Juno actually used quite a bit. Yeah, people with EC2. I think people were using her Lost 2 back when. Yeah, she pretty much doesn't get much stuff anymore. Even though she has like just a diverse kit that just has a lot in it, like has heal, cleanse, dispel, mana down. She actually has a lot of stuff in her kit. But like most characters, they just have a lot of stuff in their kit. It's a lot of a little. The effects are fairly small. Part. She's still amazing in her range. I don't think necessarily need. I think May is still pretty good for some fights. She's definitely fallen out of top picks and aren't using free anymore. Is what it is. People try to say Shakma power creep to Loman. I don't think that's entirely true. Like, yeah, they both give tons of amp, but like Loman still has his cleanse way better get off than Shakma. And Loman just has the attack down and way more CC. Shakma. So I don't think it's a direct power creep. That and you see a lot of comps just run both them together. They run Loman and Shakma together in G3. Like I don't think Shaq is a direct power creep to Loman, like some people, especially since they get used together. Barrow's like pretty much best in slot boss damage scoring buffer.
Welcome back.
She's not going anywhere.
For your hard work.
Let's see. Hannes. Hannes.
Are you prepared?
Actually, see her much in her. There was like some people that were running her in arena that were pretty nasty. Burst comp with her S1 grenade. Spell and kill you. Pretty nasty. But you don't see much of them anymore. Her GC3 performance. definitely has fallen off with the unkillable Vel'Khazar now, where you score indefinitely. Doesn't stack up compared to Esker or Cleo. I think physical side just needs, like, GC3 just needs balanced a bit. But at the same time, like, World Boss 3 also needs. So, they want both those contents to be viable for both physical and magical side, they need to balance both. And not one or the other. Like, if they balance GC3 but not World Boss 3, that's bullshit. And then vice versa. Let's see. So Sarda still has uses PvP. Her PvE side has always been lackluster. Just doesn't have a UT that's good. He has no attack down. She just kind of has a clunky-ish kit for PvP. Got a great kit for PvP though. She's still useful. Kane is still super AIDS in Arena, so I don't think he's going anywhere. Yeah, May and Nikki probably are the two NPCs that are probably in the worst spot. And I don't think that bad. They really should just make NPC heroes. Increase the rate of the NPC gift items so more modest tempo. Because then they don't have to worry about having to constantly make sure the NPC heroes are stronger than regular heroes. They really shouldn't. Hero power scale should be roughly similar. Yeah, some heroes are going to be slightly stronger than others. It's going to vary from content to content, but overall power scale between heroes should be roughly even. Same ballpark. Having to guarantee that NPC heroes are always on the stronger end means there's always going to be a balance there. That's also why I think the changes to the upgrade stones here was one of the worst things they've done. They should have left these being able to be used on NPC that way and give these out a little more frequently. Then they wouldn't have to worry about buffing NPC often. It gives them a unique use that's more than just a unique weapon ticket, because that's all these things are really, because they're just equivalent of a 0-star unique weapon. Like the UT ones is like, it's literally just a like what's the difference? Give us a stone or you give us a UT ticket. Well, actually the UT ticket's more valuable because you can at least select a base UT. Oh, the people that still had some in their inventories, theirs got upgraded, so they didn't lose the ability to use the stones they had on NPC weapons. Theirs got upgraded. What's up, Selene? Salene's here. Alright, let's do some.
Welcome. What brought you here?
Oh, yeah, Selene. I used some of my normal artifact tickets and made this. I have 5-star more free. No, I'm just streaming to YouTube. I do stream to Discord occasionally, but I'm not streaming to both. Pretty sure my computer would be pissed off if I did that. Oh, you got a Uriah Selene? Damn. Uriah strong. Oh, Salene's in the chat with you. He's been talking. Oh yeah, and Isaiah is actually pretty good in Arena Selene, if you haven't seen her in action yet. You let me keep it, Tanya. Oh, Selene. Yeah, like if I had like really proper gear for Isaiah set up, full TM set with like right skills, I think she would really bro. No, I haven't gotten that bug yet. I've heard about it though.
May your life
Yeah, them banning Bernheim was a clear mistake. I normally don't get Tanya through the draft. Usually it's they'll ban either Tanya or if I get the first pick Fallen Frey, they'll ban Fallen Frey. That's like the common bans against me. Yeah, that's Tanya when you fight first decks. It's pretty amusing. First pick, Fallen Frey. Had some people take Isaiah from me though. Hurts me in my heart. My Isaiah is only A115. I'm waiting for the free stone from her progression quest before I A2 her. Extra. Yeah, I definitely need to get some like proper gear set up because that's what I'm currently MP sec, a bunch of HP. I'm using Happy Pumpkin to help keep increases her rate. Heal rate as in recovery for health. The heals are 7 seconds. Yeah, you just stack a ton of HP and then she's this constantly teleporting, unkillable monster that just keeps disrupting and doing stuff in the fight. And she's actually really good in Arena. I'm actually really happy with her. Yeah, the buffs from her S4. So like, I was talking to Trillo about that. He thinks actually just sticking with her PvE UT4 because it targets 2 people. So then 2 people are getting the 25% attack and the 25% defense. That's usually going to like my DPS and Fallen Frey, so that just makes Fallen Frey just. And then yeah, the plus 10% damage, minus 10% damage taken. I thought she was going to be squishy as hell with the 25% extra damage taken on herself, but because you build so much HP on her, and because she can heal herself so much, you actually don't really notice the 25% extra damage taken. Should have shielded earlier, but I didn't.
I'm coming to.
I have a hard time lose Zeke heals. My Bernheim just can't get shield reliably. Problem. Yep, and then it's all can. Speaking of cancer, I'm currently on the fence about raising Scarlet. Oh, you need debuff accuracy on Bernheim? Only his S3. Or no, his S2 also pushes back, so kind of makes sense. I'm good on Eclipse, dude. Like I got 113 gold ethers on my last Eclipse run. A single crystal. Actually, I used 2 crystals, but it was 113 golds per. Okay. I don't think I really need there. Castle just doesn't really offer any content I can't already do. Hilda's shredding me. Need some attack speed on Isaiah. Her skills are like Zera levels. Also, probably shouldn't. Yeah, because I could probably draft like Scarlet Tanya, and then people are gonna. God damn it. I have a 4-star light bracelet as well that I can put on Scarlet. Are they? Alright, Natasha, take care, man. Thanks for joining the stream, man. Need to also just kind of work like another tank into my draft. I think I need to set up low. Because if I get Dosar to take him from. That doesn't that very. Also, I should eventually get serious and people. Safety wise, I gotta get. I don't have the Desar to cleanse. Yeah, I'm still in hero protection gear on my area, so struggle. Oh god damn it, PJ99. I hate this guy. I hate his fucking Theo. He melts me. I cast the S3, how am I not invincible? Oh my god. Theo died. Might win this? Oh my god, I'm actually gonna win against PJ99. Isaiah! So good. Yeah, I need a fuck ton of basketball. Yeah, she really needs attack speed. Like, I don't think you can get around it. Like, if you actually want her to get stuff off, like, really. And she needs Sec as well. Oh, that's right, Angry Pumpkin. That back on. Uh, Wondering if you want to go bracelet on her. Give her more. I noticed like a lot of high end tend to run bracelet necklaces. Every Cecilia I've seen. Do you think the ring's still better? It is like 2 million base HP. Kind of hard. I think that's like the first time I beat PJ99. His Theo usually just rapes my fucking party. I just don't have like a ton of CC to like really goes. Yeah, not a problem, Salem. I think I'm just gonna do this one more match and then I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'm starving. I also need to make like a proper PvP set for Fallen Frey. He's just in dark gear. and get the right U card up. Yeah.
May the pain end. Flash back. Use a weapon. May the pain end. Flash forth. Use a weapon. I will protect you. Salvation is a lost land. The sound of wisdom. I will protect you.
Gonna take a break there. Yeah, I'm starving, so I'm gonna stop the stream. Those who joined and are still here, appreciate you stopping by and hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll be on tomorrow.